Here we go. Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm back with a nostalgic review, and this is the Atomic Fireball. If you remember these, I remember these growing up when I was a kid, when I was real little. In elementary school, I've always heard about these. I had them, and I had a story about them. The one story I remember about it was in school, and these from Ferrara, and these were the same size that we were given in school, in elementary school, and it was either Miss Lawson or Miss Strand. Miss Lawson was second grade, Miss Strand was third grade, and usually with elementary school, you'd have a couple different rooms you go to, but your home room was pretty much your room for the whole day. I mean, you occasionally went to a couple different classrooms. That's how it was back in the '70s when I went to elementary school. And she gave out a whole bunch of these Ferrara Pan. I think it's Ferrara. I always thought it said Ferrara Pan. These Atomic Fireballs, cinnamon flavored candy. And at the time, this was probably the hottest thing I've ever had. Was the Atomic Fireball. And she gave them out to the kids, and we'd have them, and then we'd take them out. We'd go to the water fountain, get a drink, and put them back in. And we'd do back and forth like that. Try to see if it still is hot. It still smells. The smell of these is fantastic. That's what gets you going. The smell of the cinnamon, because even if you had like, because I think these end up getting replaced by those little cinnamon chewy things. They're kind of the same thing, sort of. And then they had a little tinier Atomic Fireballs, and then they had the cinnamon discs. They look like a word that's written about cinnamon, Well, they look kind of like that because they kind of replaced this. I haven't seen this brand in a while, and this is the classic. So let's go and try it out. Still just as good as I remember. And the taste of cinnamon is fantastic. But, let me see if I can find some history of the Atomic Fireball. I sure did my research before. That's what. Yeah, Atomic Fireball is an old time candy. Well, of course, I knew that. And I was like, wait a second, let me find a better thing. Oh, more information. Here, Wikipedia. Here we go. Where the first? Oh no! Wait a second. Dang it. What? Okay, here we go. Oh, not the same thing. Ferrara Candy Company. Yeah, I always said Ferrara Pan. Ferrara Candy Company, American candy manufacturer owned by the Ferrara Group, based in Oakbridge, Illinois. The company was formed from a 2012 merger of the Ferrara Pan Candy. That's why I know of. Okay, it was a merger, and the Minnesota-based Farley's and Sather's Candy Company. Ferrara's brand line includes the brand of Ferrara branded pan candy, lemon heads, Atomic Fireballs, Red Hots, and original Boston baked beans. I guess Farley and Sather's did Brock's, Chuckles, Juju Fruits, and now and later. Oh, okay. Pretty cool. Let me see if they got some. Yeah, the Atomic Fireball is a round cinnamon flavored candy invented by Nella Ferrara, 1918, who lived from 1918 to 2012. In 1954, They're a form of jawbreaker. The outer layers of the candy are a bright red color, while the interior layers are white. Atomic fireballs have been adopted by flight controllers and NASA mission control as a console candy choice. Awesome. But these are absolutely wonderful. I'm gonna try to bite into it, just savor the flavor. I think that was a song from a band that was a spinoff of Death Angel. Let me see. But I mean, this is really good. I give this a 10 out of 10. I think it's fantastic. And it just brings you back to your childhood. But I remember as a kid, we were sensitive to heat and stuff like that. You know. And not like today. But I mean, probably the taste buds have been killed, you know. Liver song. Infectious groups that savor the flavor. The Organization. That was the band. It was Organization was a spinoff of the band Death Angel did Savor the Flavor. But I give these a full on 10 out of 10. These are really fantastic. It brings back memories, and that's the biggest memory about. Remember, in kids, the teacher would give this out to us, and we, it'd be so hard. And take it out and take a drink from the water fountain, go back in, It seemed like it lasted all day. It's a great candy. And it brings back a lot of memories. I hope you like this nostalgic candy review of Ferrara's. I always, in my heart, I always say Ferrara Pan's Atomic Fireball. And now it's Ferrara's Atomic Fireball. Right, Mankey? So until next time, everybody, please take care of my legion.